Whites family, listen up! What's going on, my beloved Leeds United faithful? Your boy is back with some absolute bombshells that are gonna shake Elland Road to its very core. And trust me, you're not ready for what's coming your way today. I've got 3 massive stories that are gonna leave you speechless. And I'm talking about news that could completely change everything we know about our beloved Whites. We're talking about our star defender fighting against time itself. A transfer battle that's got European giants circling like vultures and a ghost from our past that could finally become reality. Before we dive into this madness, smash that like button if you bleed white, hit that subscribe button because we're your go-to source for everything Leeds, and drop a comment telling me how you're feeling about this season opener against Everton. The Whites family needs to stick together through thick and thin, but here's what I can tell you right now. We've got a defender whose injury could derail our Premier League dreams before they even begin. A winger worth $26 million who's got Diego Simeone himself breathing down our necks, and Victor Orta's unfinished business that's about to come back to haunt us in the best possible way. Are you ready to find out which player might miss our massive comeback to the Premier League? Let's dive into the first bombshell that's got every Leeds fan's heart racing. White's family, sit down because this first piece of news is gonna have you pulling your hair out. Jayden Bogle, our absolute rock at the back, the man who played every single championship game last season, might not be ready for our Premier League opener against Everton. Can you believe this? After 44 appearances, 6 goals, and 4 assists that helped drag us back to the promised land, Bogle is stuck in a race against time with a hip flexor injury that's got Daniel Farke sweating bullets. This is the defender who won over 54% of his ground duels and dominated aerial battles at 52%. 3%, and now he might be watching from the bench when we need him most. But here's where it gets even more terrifying for us Whites. If Bogle can't go, we're looking at Isaac Schmidt stepping up to face the Premier League's elite. Now, don't get me wrong, Schmidt's got heart, but there are massive questions about whether he can handle this level of football. We're talking about going from championship battles to Premier League warfare overnight. The legendary Ian Darke himself dropped this bombshell, saying Bogle might start on the bench even if he's fit. They want to ease him back, build him up sensibly, get some minutes into him before throwing him into the deep end. But Leeds fans, we all know what that means. We're going into the most important game of our season with our defensive setup in absolute chaos. Think about this nightmare scenario. We've got Jack Grealish potentially terrorizing our right flank, and instead of our championship warrior Bogle, we might be relying on players who couldn't even set the world on fire in the second tier. Neither Sam Byram nor Schmidt look convincing in pre-season, and now we're asking them to step up against Premier League quality. This is exactly the kind of situation that separates the men from the boys in football. Bogle missed those crucial friendlies against Villarreal and AC Milan, matches that were supposed to be his final preparation for the big stage. Now he's desperately trying to prove his fitness while the clock ticks down to our Premier League return. But wait, because this defensive drama is just the beginning of our transfer window madness. Hold on to your seats, Whites family. Because while we're dealing with injury nightmares, we're also locked in an absolutely brutal transfer war that's got me on the edge of my seat. Nico Gonzalez from Juventus is the name that's got everyone talking. And Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid just crashed our party. This $26 million Argentine winger was supposed to be our secret weapon, the missing piece that would complete Farke's attacking puzzle. We're still desperately hunting for 3 new attackers, a striker, a winger, and a number 10, and Gonzalez was looking like the perfect fit for our right wing. Remember, we already came up short in the Igor Paixão hunt, and other targets have slipped through our fingers. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Diego Simeone himself has entered the chat. Atletico Madrid have opened official talks with Juventus, and Fabrizio Romano is reporting that discussions are already underway for a permanent deal. Can you believe this? One of Europe's biggest clubs is trying to snatch our target right from under our noses. The worst part? Gonzalez wants to leave Juventus after just 1 season with the old lady. He's fallen completely out of favor in Turin despite being a significant investment. The door was wide open for us to swoop in, add some serious firepower before facing Everton. and show the Premier League that Leeds United means business. But now we've got Simeone's $1 million machine competing with our 49ers ownership. And let's be honest, when Atletico Madrid comes knocking with their Champions League pedigree and La Liga prestige, suddenly our championship promotion story doesn't sound as appealing to players. Here's what makes this even more frustrating. Gonzalez operates as a left-footed right winger, exactly what we need to add pace and creativity to our attack. He's got the output, he's got some speed, but more importantly, he could unlock the height advantage we have in this Leeds squad. We've got midfielders, central defenders, and strikers who would absolutely thrive off quality crosses into the box. This is exactly the kind of heartbreak that keeps Leeds fans awake at night. We identified a perfect target. We got the need. We got the ambition. We done our homework. But then the football giants come knocking and suddenly we're back to square one, scrambling for alternatives further down our transfer shortlist. But don't worry, because our final story is going to blow your mind, with some redemption that's been 2 years in the making. White's family, prepare yourselves for the most incredible plot twist of this entire transfer window. Remember Victor Orta, our former director of football, who left us back in May 2023 to join Sevilla before becoming sporting director at Real Valladolid. Well, his ghost is about to deliver us the most beautiful piece of unfinished business you could ever imagine. Noah Okafor from AC Milan, the Swiss international that Orta desperately wanted to bring to Elland Road 2 years ago when he was utilizing his connections at RB Salzburg. Back then, Okafor chose the glamour of AC Milan over our championship project, rejecting our advances despite Orta's best efforts. But guess what? The football gods are giving us a second chance. And this time, it's only going to cost us $8. $6 million! This is the same player who absolutely smashed it with 14 goals and 9 assists in his 2021-22 season at Salzburg. Then followed it up with 10 goals and 4 assists the next year. The same Swiss international who had Borussia Dortmund and half of Europe chasing his signature. And now, after barely featuring in Milan's pre-season and clearly falling out of favor with the Rossoneri, he's available for a fraction of what he would have cost us before. Think about the absolute poetry of this moment. Orta identified this talent when we were stuck in the championship, desperately trying to build something special at Elland Road. He saw the potential in Okafor when others were still sleeping on him. But the timing wasn't right, the stars didn't align, and we had to watch our target slip away to Serie A. Now that we're back in the Premier League, Adam Underwood and our current regime can finally complete what Orta started. This could be the redemption story that defines our entire transfer window. Imagine the satisfaction of finally landing a player that our previous regime identified as perfect for our system. But here's what makes this even more beautiful and strategic. While we're battling Atletico Madrid for Gonzalez and praying Bogle gets fit in time for Everton, Okafor represents the kind of smart, calculated signing that shows we've evolved as a club. We're not just throwing money around desperately, we're completing unfinished business with a player who could be absolutely perfect for Farke's attacking philosophy. The 25-year-old Swiss international brings pace, versatility across the front line, and proven goal-scoring ability from his Austrian Bundesliga days. He's exactly the kind of player who could add that clinical edge we've been missing. And the fact that he's available for just over $8. $6 million makes this look like the bargain of the century. Orta might have had his nearly moments at Leeds. Remember coming close to Victor Gyökeres before signing Jorginho Rutter instead. But this could be the transfer that finally validates his eye for talent and gives us the attacking reinforcement we desperately need. So here's my question for you. White's family, after everything we've been through, all the heartbreak, all the near misses, all the transfer windows that ended in disappointment, are we finally about to see the window that changes everything? Are we about to complete Victor Orta's unfinished masterpiece while battling European giants for our other targets? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you believe this could be our moment, and let me know. Which of these 3 stories has got you most excited for what's coming next? Are you more worried about Bogle's fitness, frustrated about losing Gonzalez to Atletico, or excited about potentially landing Okafor? We are Leeds marching on together.